Good morning, Goderich. This is Anthony Wilkinson. It is June the 18th, 2010, and I am in one of the courtyards of the Huron County Historic Gaol, or of course we call it the jail. And the jail was built, and consult my notes. Construction started in 1839. I should say construction started actually in 1840. The land was cleared in 1839. In 1862, the walls were extended, and the governor's house was built on the side of the gaol in 1901. This gaol follows the panopticon style, which means there's basically, if you can look behind me, there's a central kind of a tower structure with kind of wedge-shaped yards coming off. I'm in one of the yards right now. The walls are 18 feet high, and they extend 5 feet underground. And what I found interesting was that there was, at one point, you see behind me, there's 3 feet of loose stone on top of the walls. So basically, if you match the scale of the wall, you would try to get over this loose stone and pull it on top of yourself, and it would have a really awesome time falling 18 feet with stones falling on you. So that was built basically as an escape deterrent measure. Other interesting facts were a courtroom was added in the 3rd floor, and that's what basically enabled Goderich to become a separate district from London. So that was kind of one of the I should say birth of like Goderich or Huron as kind of a separate identity at the time. The last public hanging in Canada was held here, which was Nicholas Milady, which there's a story about, a book out about. And he was hanged on December the 7th, 1869. The interesting part about that, depending on what your phrase was interesting was, he was due to be hanged, I think, at like 9 or 10, and they hanged him at 6 in the morning because one of the big reasons they repealed public executions was just like people went bonkers and people were in the crowd all drunk and all crazy, and just nobody wanted that really. So they kind of went, they didn't really think of public as so much a family outing anymore, I should say. And so that was the last one of this kind here. And I'm just going to take you quickly through the prison. It's pretty awesome. I haven't been here since I was here in like grade 6. Actually, it's funny because there's a grade 5 and 6 class here today. So we might bump into some little people, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to take you through. This is through this room, which is one of the meeting rooms, and we're going to go through the central part. So there's a spiral staircase that leads up to the top of the jail and access to the other floors. I'll leave this here, thank you. And there's some jail wings. Let's see if I can take you down one of them here. The laundry room. There's a kitchen. You can hear the teacher, and then this is one of the kind of the jail wings here. So you have access to one of the courtyards through this door, and then down this hallway are cells, which I wouldn't describe as particularly roomy. So there's three cells down this block. I'll see how we're going to do this here. So yeah, not particularly roomy. Like 6 by 10 feet maybe. And at the back of the cells, as you can see inside the cell here, which is interesting actually, that's got wooden walls. And there's a little sketchy cot and a little window at the back. And actually I'll go into one of the other cells because when you open the window, we'll go on this one over here, you can see a central courtyard. And I don't know what happened, but you can see through there's a courtyard and you can't get into that. It's completely walled off. So I don't know if it was open at one point and got walled off later or what, but yeah. So there's the cells. There's typically an average of 8 to 23 prisoners here. Oh my goodness. There we go. And The maximum population of the prison was 23. Some letters were from, they have an interesting interview with one of the staff members here, with one of the turnkeys, which is what you called like a jailer at the time. I'm going to sneak through here. And he was complaining about like overcrowding and a lack of facilities. Like this is before a lot of the prison reform occurred, so there'd be no library. Just really kind of like really basic sketchy stuff. I'm going to take you through the governor's house really quickly here. And there's a class. I'm going to like pause it. Hang on. I'm in the governor's house right now. This is the house that was built on the side of the jail in 1901. You can see, you probably can't see because of the light, but if you walk down the street, you basically, from Highway, Highway 21 north, you can see the big house in the front of the jail, and this is where we're in. So the governor and his wife and family lived in here from 1901 until, I think the last governor lived in here was sometime in like the 1930s. And it's kind of amazing because if you look down that hallway, the hallway behind me, and there's basically one door that separates your house from the jail, which is pretty amazing. It's filled with beautiful furniture, and I'm pretty sure this is original wallpaper. So it just kind of shows you how they lived in the period. Obviously, their accommodations are a lot more spacious than the prisoners. This is their dining room, although I've got some autofocus there. There we go. And interestingly, this room behind me here that I'm standing in is where the current governor brought Stephen Truscott in when he was sentenced here before he went off to Kingston, and they watched a baseball game together because Truscott was only like 14 at the time. So pretty amazing stuff. So anyway, let's go back out front. So I hope you enjoyed my mini tour of the historic gaol. I'm in the entranceway right now on the way. Actually, I was just on my way out, but you can hear the echo in here. This big long hallway is how prisoners came in and out of the jail. And just saying, just when you have some time, or if you're in town for the weekend or whatever, stop by. If you can come, a family can come here and the Huron County Museum. It's like $25 for a family or $5 to get in. So, yeah, good morning, Goderich, and come out and enjoy your local history.